Hey, what's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of Project Tranmere, my FIFA Youth Academy Road to Glory Career Mode series. It's a mouthful of a title, and it's just all encapsulated in the two words, Project Tranmere. In this episode, it's the aftermath of our 5th season, in which we saw our side get promoted for the 3rd straight year. In just 3 years, 5 years total, we went from being in the basement of League 2 over those first 2 years to being promoted as champions, and now promoted through the championship playoffs. We're in the Prem next season. We have European football via the Europa League, thanks to winning the FA Cup, which again, the Europa League, of course, viewed as much lesser than the Champions League, but it's a huge deal for us to be in the Europa League. It's also a massive test. We have a lot to get to, though. I want to get to a couple of your comments first. First of all, Ari, as far as who the starting keeper is next season, that depends. Again, I won't be surprised if a lot of things change. You should come to Scotland again. Like I said, I'm trying to get the full world tour done, and then I'm going to leave it up to you guys as far as where we go next, straight up through viewer suggestions. Usually, gaming nerds are tall. I'm 5'10", so I'm just a nerd. I mean, 5'10", some people would kill to be 5'10", man. So, you know, it's fine. Can you go through and randomize the appearance for every player? You cannot, unless this was on PC with the whole cheat engine thing. I mean, I think we could technically randomize, like, socks and shit, but that's already randomized, technically. So it's fine. That said, let's get into this. I mean, we have to handle training. We have to, of course, get through the end of June when the summer transfer window opens. So I'm not sure how much of the early stages of this will be live. I mean, for the most part, it is just training, trying to get these players up to the next level, and then sorting out what I want the roster to be. Although I think what we're going to do is take a look at the Youth Academy, see who is worth calling up, which, I mean, again, we have so many solid players. The goalkeeping logjam is still an issue. I don't know for sure what this squad's going to look like, but I do want to sign anybody who, is worth signing at this point, get them on roster, and then just sort it out, optimize, go with the best options for us, not only now, but in the future, in terms of potential. We don't have a full roster. I don't believe we're close to the limit. So let's take a look at the current Youth Academy. Now, we do have Marius Krianga, who is, I believe, Romanian, but he's a 40 overall at 16 years old. We are going to be ditching him. We still have Archie Bailey, who doesn't need to be signed, but will be eventually. Still trying to put some focus onto him. Emil Lacactus. I know his name's not Lacactus, but I'm calling him Lacactus. He can stay in the Youth Academy for now. Bustos is a 57 at 17 years old, but that potential is a bit lower than what we're looking for. He'll be on the way out. Monolic is a 52. That's a rough one. He might stay for the moment, but then we have someone like Villalaba, who's a 62 at the, just 1 year older. I think I'm going to drop Monolic. I'm not really intrigued in trying to develop him when we have so much other talent. Graniero, I think as well, we're going to drop. We have Gerardo, the right back, who might be worth keeping just for the lack of an actual decent right back. Although technically with him being left-footed, we play him at left back. You have Duarte, who's a 56 at 16 years old. We're going to drop him. I'd rather rely on Lacactus, even though we have better options. A 50 overall at 15 years old. Barrios can stay for the moment. Fuentes is great. Bruno Paz is a 43. We're going to drop him. David Igbe is there at a 52, and Ismail Diaby can stay for now. So, in fairness, there actually isn't anybody that I'm looking to sign. What I'm going to do is sim forward. Whenever there's a big update, I'll let you know. For now, though, it's just training and trying to get through some of these days, and for me, setting up the roster. All right, so update number 1, we have our scouting reports. Let's start off first in Nigeria. Let's see if we have anybody that's worth picking up. Kingsley Dosu, probably not going to be around long term. We'll still sign him for now. Kelvin, would that be in Wapa? He's not going to be signed, though. David Arufai will not be. Christopher Dosu, we don't need another keeper, so I'm not going to sign him immediately. Let's go to Mr. Walsh out in Romania. as we have Igor, kill me, Kolganisianu? Kolganisianu. Let's sign him. Jesus, I'm calling him Kolga if he stays long term. We're also going to sign Doru Pavlescu. Man, Romania paying out. Hello, paying out for the wins. Decibal Ripanu. I mean, he's going to rip on you if you don't mark him closely. Defense, I don't fucking know. Still sign him. Dan Tolma would have been great. We also have Carter in Serbia. Tiomir Kasun, who I'm going to sign. He probably won't be around long term. Darko Kiznevic will sign. And that is that. A couple of other guys, including Lazar Dragovic, who we won't be signing. I believe we have one more report from each of those three nations. We'll see if we get anybody else. For now, more training, more simming. I'll be back in a second. All right, the beginning of a new season is here. While we still have a little bit of time before the scouting reports are due, I do want to try and get it back on track to be the beginning of each month. So we are going to recall, or at least closer to the beginning of each month. I am going to recall Andrew Kennedy with Thomas Walsh and Jamie Carter as well. We're going to bring them back. I might hold off on scouting until the first of next month because I am going to try to track down 2 more 5-star scouts. I think that is probably the best way to go. Again, the transfer budget, the wage budget right now, we have so much money within the club. I do want to show you our goals for this season, though. In our first ever taste of European competition, we're expected to reach the semifinal of the Europa League, which isn't going to happen. The round of 32 in the FA Cup, which could happen. And then within 2 seasons, finish mid-table in the Premier League, which, goddamn. And then, of course, we have the likes of, youth development. It's going to be tough. Our goal for this year is to avoid relegation. So at the very least, the board and I are on the same page with that. So it's going to be interesting. Not to mention, our first game here of the season is the Community Shield matchup. We go up against Manchester United, which we are going to lose because it's so tough to beat United in the sim. I'll be back in a second with another update, but for now, that's what's going on. Another quick update on the Youth Academy. I wanted to take a look at the players that we ended up signing in the prior month. Again, Archie Bailey stays. Lacactus stays for now. Villalaba also staying. Kingsley Dosu will be on the way out, unfortunately. Igor Kogalnisianu. That's going to take forever. I won't cut him yet. At least not yet. Tiomir Kasun will be dropped, unfortunately. Romero can stay. Pavlescu can stay. Gerardo can also hang around. Rapanos. Man, a lot of Romanians hanging around the team, which is going to be bad news for me in terms of pronunciation. I think everyone else is good. Again, nobody that I'm really eager to sign. The couple of low 62 overall guys, but right now, no one that we're desperate to sign. So here's the good news. Before our preseason matchup against Fiorentina, we're in a group as well with Brighton and Saint Etienne. It's going to be rough, and we're probably not going to get out of the group stage of this preseason tournament. Our scouting staff is back, so big moment here. Thomas Walsh is gone. Jamie Carter also gone. Those two serve the club oh so well. We're looking for 5-star, and we have one immediately. It's Callum Morris that we're going to bring in. The Englishman, welcome aboard. Do we have another one somehow, some way? We do not. So we're going to stay with just 2 scouts for the moment, and I'm all right with sending them both out now. So Kennedy, who are you, or where are you, more importantly, going to be scouting? I mean, we're at the point where we've pretty much, again, just about hit everything. Like I said, China, Japan, Korea, Saudi Arabia, that is done. And if I'm not mistaken here, Czech Republic has been hit. Poland has not been hit. I don't believe Poland's been hit. So Poland it is for one Andrew Kennedy and Callum Morris on his first assignment, again, as we try to complete this world tour before getting it back to you guys for your suggestions. Slovakia has been done. I don't believe Slovenia, though, has been done. It has not. So maybe we can find the Anze Kopitar of FIFA, of football, not FIFA. Yeah, the Anze Kopitar. Yeah, it works. It works. So there we go. We have one more 5-star scout added. I will be back shortly, hopefully. So, I know it's a preseason game, but we just beat Fiorentina 4-0. Featuring Danny Welbeck as a striker. And here's the thing, Fiorentina is a much larger club than we are. And we did that without Moritz Meyer. Now, here's the thing, as, by the way, how sweet is this? Now, the team's not 100% set, but how sweet is that? We're a 4-star team for that game. Fiorentina, 4.5. And you can see some of the talents that they have in that squad. Chiesa had an 86. I'm not sure if all of these guys played. Alban Lafont, an 87 goalkeeper. Ridiculous. One of the best young goalkeepers in the game. We had no business winning that game. And somehow we did. Maybe it's a sign of things to come for Tranmere Rovers. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let's just sim through the Community Shield matchup against Man U. We're going to lose. And we'll just move on. I'll recap it, and it'll be fine. While they weren't running their first team, it doesn't matter. We won. They had David De Gea in goal. We won. Koulibaly, Pogba, and Dele Alli off the bench. We won. Unfriggin' believable. In fairness, and I'll recap you now that we're here on what happened. We did lose immediately after the group stage in the preseason tournament to Borussia Mönchengladbach. So we ended up with 2 wins and a draw. We ended up losing on penalties to Gladbach. But then, yeah, a huge win over Manchester United. Our first ever Premier League game is in 1 week's time against West Ham United. So not the most difficult opponents. Sorry, West Ham, but you get it. You know, we do have to play Chelsea in our second match week, which is freaking crazy. But yeah, we just beat Manchester United. Just days before our first ever Premier League game, we do have a scouting report update. Of course, we still haven't found that third 5-star scout. Regardless, we start off in Poland with Tadeusz Olkowski, 70 to a 94. We'll sign him up for the moment. Do we have anybody else? Fabian Olkowski, the Olkowski brothers. Sure, let's go with the Olkowski brothers, I suppose. It's crazy to me that we hadn't scouted Poland before, apparently. Now, again, not that we need a goalkeeper. Those would be the only 2 that we sign. And then Morris, I believe, indeed, in Slovenia. Do we have anybody of note? We do not. So we have yet to find an Anze Kopitar equivalent, unfortunately. Let's actually take another look. I took a look about a week and a half or so ago. No 5-star still. So again, we got to sort that out. As far as that game against West Ham goes, we are going to play it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have the webcam up for it, just because that would require me stopping this and then starting up a different program in OBS rather than the other capture. So it's going to be a non-webcam game, but I think we are going to play it just because it is such a big moment for us, as hopefully we can loan out Duarte and Torben Weber. I am trying to move on from some players. No one's been sold yet. We have had some people go out on loan, mainly goalkeepers, but this is happening. This is happening. We are playing West Ham in our first ever game. This is the first team, similar to what we've been running, basically. So you gotta look at the bench. We still have way too many guys there, so hopefully we can loan out and sell some players as we move towards the deadline. But let's take a look at our club rating. Again, how ridiculous is it? As you get a look at Liverpool, which is ridiculous. Thank God they weren't running their first team. Absolutely crazy. But just the fact that we scroll through, and there we are in the Premier League. 4-star. So to actually take a look throughout the league, I want to see. I mean, we're 4-star, 77, 74, 75 with an 82 goalkeeper, right? So let's take a look I mean, Watford at 4.5 star, they are better. West Ham's at 5.5. That's the squad that we're about to come up against. Apparently, they got Jordan Henderson from Liverpool, Harry Maguire, Pavlenka in goal. That could be a tough game. We do have a better attack than Wolves, but their midfield's better. Defense is even, and our goalkeeper's better. So that's a team that we should aim to finish above, I would say, in the league table. Bournemouth as well. We have a stronger attack and a stronger goalkeeper. They have the better midfield and defense, also a 4-star club. Burnley, while 4.5 star, we do have an even attack and a better goalkeeper, but they have the slight edge there. Of course, Chelsea is ridiculous at this point. Crystal Palace, we have, another even matchup there. They are a 4.5 star club, but we have a better attack. They're better in the midfield and defense, but we got a better starting goalkeeper. Fulham, I mean, similar story, better goalkeeper, better attack. Anybody else not there? That's the murderer's row. And with Newcastle, same thing. So quite a few teams where we have the better attack and the better goalkeeping. And I will say, Nottingham Forest, they should finish dead last, and hopefully we can finish above them. So clearly, in terms of how we compare to other teams, there is a chance for us to succeed this season. The one thing that we need to do, Moritz Meyer needs to be wearing that armband. He has led this team to this point. Let's do this. I think this will be the highlight of the episode, and then the next episode we'll get into a lot of simming. I think we have to decide how we want to handle tournament play this year. Am I allowed to play big matches? Maybe, especially in the Europa League, am I allowed to play big matches? Let me know what you think. But I mean, we've earned this. It's not a home game, unfortunately, but regardless, it is our first ever game in the Premier League. As ridiculous as that is. Again, they have a pretty big advantage, a rainy day. But let's do this. I didn't think I was going to play a game in this episode, but I can't help it. Our first ever Premier League game.
And this is today's lineup for the visiting team. We've got it down as a 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a system that the Netherlands used to use all the time. I think really they invented it, and plenty of countries have adopted it since. If it works, it's really tough to handle.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
What do you make of it, Alan?
Well, I'm impressed by the signing. I think he'll give them a bit more composure in the middle of the...
And here's the shot.
I will take it. The first ever goal in the Premier League, and it belongs to Moritz Meyer. As dumb of a goal as that was, I was obviously trying to turn, keep my forward momentum going, and shoot it on the left foot, and instead that weird shot happens, but Moritz Meyer has strong enough attributes that a stupid goal, animation-wise like that, can still go in perfectly. It didn't take long. We're on the board. Moritz Meyer, let it forever be known, has the first goal for us in the Premier League.
We've got support here. Oh, it's a corner. That deflection. And in it goes.
Oh, God, that is unfortunate. Is that Chris Smalling who technically gets the goal? The lead did not last long. A weird set of deflections to get them the corner. And then I was just thinking that our lack of height could be a massive issue within the midfield on set pieces. And immediately, there you go. And somehow that ball ends up at the back post, and I mean, Clark had no chance. Smalling with the finish. And let it be known, the first ever goal against us. Chris Smalling, formerly of Manchester United. Going to halftime. Tied at 1 apiece. A backbreaker to have given up the tying goal so quickly after Meyer's first goal. But we're definitely in this game. I won't say I'm as confident as I was. I mean, it's a dead even game, basically, outside of us having possession.
Yeah, well, they've had to put the money in the pocket.
Ball through. Morgan. Oh, Jay Morgan. A phenomenal chance. May have had a little bit more time to take another step in. Huge missed opportunity.
Good challenge by West Ham to get the ball back.
Damn it, not a clean win for Morgan. We've done so well in terms of winning the ball back. But we need a bounce like that to go our way here as we head into the final 15 minutes. Right there. Again, another example of a good chance. Timo Aaltonen is amazing. Like N'Golo Kante-esque. Ball out wide. Here's Luna. Adalberto Luna. Cuts in. Takes the shot. And misses it. Doesn't have the finish on his left foot. And it's another huge miss. We do need to go for some substitutions here, though, unfortunately. Luna's been a little bit ineffective to the point where I'm going to bring in Roberts out wide, and I think we have to bring in Berezovsky and Cordoba. We'll see what happens here. A little bit of time left. Nice job by Moritz. Come on. We can get something out of this. I know we can. Back for Aaltonen. Cordoba. Good chance. And our finishing boots just aren't here today. I don't know if it's a matter of pressure or what, but we've had a lot of chances here that in a previous episode, under different circumstances, I feel like we'd be absolutely dominating, but the team's just not quite there today. On our biggest day yet. Whew, great job from Harrison Wright. Great job, but we gave up a goal from a corner previously. We do have a little bit more height in the midfield. Whew. A little bit of time left. Ball over the top. Medved's going to have trouble with Gilmore. Oh, Declan Clark. Beautiful save. Horrific. Horrific job there defensively. Just a weird animation clearance. Thank you. We got under 4 minutes left in regulation. And at this point, I mean, a draw against the proven Premier League side might not be the worst thing in the world, but I want that debut victory. Here's Anderson. Finds Meyer, who struggles but wins it back. Out wide, it's Anderson. With pace. Anderson. It'll be a corner. We sent it in a little bit too late. Do we have what it takes? We got to try and lob this. Anderson in. Chance. Knocked down. Can Cordoba get to Felipe Anderson? He can. We still have time. 3 minutes of added time. Come on, we can get this. We can get this. Medved has to walk it in. Finds Aaltonen. Back in. Aaltonen for Roberts. Roberts! Over Moritz Meyer! Just can't get there. Roberts can't win it back into the middle. 30 seconds left. Oh, come on! Get there! Get there! Meyer's late shot. Somebody got a foot on it. The West Ham defense able to hold out. Meyer gets our first goal, but unfortunately our only goal. So we end up drawing our first ever game. Not a bad result on the road. But we have that big matchup as well against Chelsea coming up on the weekend. So a little bit disappointing. We dominated possession. We had some big misses as well. 9 shots, 4 on target. That could have been a victory. Like I said, the finishing just wasn't quite where we needed it to be. In terms of who I thought did the best, Clark I mean, had a good game. I can't fault him for the goal. Defensively, we were solid. The back four was tremendous. Altonen was amazing. He's probably my man of the match, I gotta be honest. Altonen was an absolute beast. It says he only won 1 tackle, which I disagree with, but you see, he only missed 1 pass, and you see what he did in the midfield as well. Just an absolute monster. But I think the big story, missed shots from Anderson, Altonen, Roberts, just wasn't meant to be for that first game, unfortunately. So not the way I wanted to start off the campaign, but at the very least, it's not with the loss. We'll see where this season brings us. Again, the goal is no longer win the league. We're not good enough to win the league, but the goal at the very least is to not be right back down, as Patrick Cox has been sold. So he was on the depth chart, our 3rd choice right back at best. He was 20 years old, a 69 overall. We have Harrison Wright ahead of him, Thomas Lund as well. So Cox is sold. He is off to Schalke in the German Bundesliga. We'll also be trying to loan out Rory Ross still. We've been trying to do that for a very, very long time. So overall, a decent, interesting start to the campaign. As far as what this season brings, I don't yet know. I mean, we beat Manchester United in the Community Shield match, so we'll see. Like I said, in terms of how much we play, time will tell. Hell, maybe this is the right... I don't know if this is necessarily the right time for me to start playing like every episode, but I think we'll be a little bit more selective and start playing a little bit more frequently. That'll be up to you guys, though, so let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, thank you for supporting the series. Check out everything in the description. Hopefully we get that final 5-star scout in the next episode. And like I said, we'll be looking to make a decent amount of progress. But we're done here for now. So until next time, have a good one. And I'll see you then.